Welcome to MB Shoe Doc, where we explore the world of quality dress shoes for men. We will cover the art of patina and shine, learn to care for our shoes, review the brands that you love, and introduce brands that you've never heard of. Alright, got something. Hopefully this will be an interesting video for us here. This is my Vahtia Austerity Brogue boots. I wore them today for the first time, and I went a little too far with the mirror shine. So, having never worn them before, wasn't sure where it was going to crease, and we got some creasing here where some of the polish is. We got some cracked polish. Now on the toe tip, fine, but right in here we went a little too far back. So it's got this creasing and cracking to the little bit darker polish. Same thing on this one here. It's pretty good cracking going on, flaking off. It just doesn't look too good. So we're going to try out a few different products. One, the Pure Polish Cleaner Conditioner. Now I've used this before. I've used it on some patina projects. I have found that it removes, dye and cream and wax pretty well. Now it's a little bit different on a patina project shoe because it's got fresh dye on it and it'll remove some. Let's just see what will it do for this. We got these kind of creases, got these areas where it looks rough, but I don't think it's actually rough leather. I think it's some of that excess wax. And I don't want to take this all the way down to the toe tip, but I'm going to probably go, maybe about halfway or so. You can see this is taking off quite a bit of wax and polish. So I think this is actually going to work quite well. Now the fear would be, is this going to remove color and like strip the leather? Well, we're going to check that too. So we'll use it all over. So did not apply any type of polish in this area, so there's no wax here. So as we're rubbing this on, if we saw the leather start to lighten, we would know that it was removing some color. I don't think that it is. And if it does, it should be very, very faintly. So fresh section of cloth. The same thing on the side, the other side here. And just see, is it removing? Interesting. It is removing some color. Now, again, I don't feel like, I'm not seeing the leather lighten. So maybe there was some cream polish put on here. Maybe there was a little bit of wax applied at the factory, but that's definitely pulling off some noticeable amount of color. Alright, so I think that worked exceptionally well. Really quite happy with how this is looking. I'm going to let this sit a minute and I'll brush it off. We're going to try another product. So again, that's a Pure Polish Cleaner Conditioner. So it cleans really, really well. It pulled off the polish. Even though I was getting some dark brown on my cloth, I can't visualize where it's taking any color off of the leather itself. Alright, so let's move on to the next shoe. This is the Magnanni leather cleaner. Now this is not a conditioner. It is just a cleaner. Let's see what it does. This one actually cracked a little bit worse, I would say, between the two. So I'm going to just rub this here along this leading edge. started cracking. Let's see what it does. That is not pulling off nearly as much. Maybe I wasn't getting much. We'll try one more, make sure it's good and saturated on my cloth here. Not working as well. That is a significantly less amount of polish coming off there. And I'm feeling like I have to rub more vigorously, but yeah, it's not really. I can still see the sheen of some wax right here. It's not really coming off. I'm gonna switch. So good to know. This did not remove the wax nearly as well. Let's go to another fresh area of the cloth. We'll just compare. It's much darker. I feel like that's pulling off quite a bit more. So this is definitely the product I want to use here. Now it's interesting. I had used that Magnanni cleaner before on a different pair, different situation, and I was really happy with it. It was on a Carmina pair that had some black polish on it, and it removed it quite well, but I never did compare it to pure polish. I don't think I had this at the time, so I thought I was real happy with that product, but man, this just works significantly better here. So go check out my friend Andy Vaughn, the owner and CEO of Pure Polish Products. He's doing some great things. You saw it here, how well this is pulling off the old wax, and the fact that it's conditioning the leather at the same time. This is some good stuff. You know, I've used Saphir renomat before. Never been a real fan of that product either. It does strip wax, but it also pulled off, it kind of strips the leather. I've had it pull off the finish on some shoes. And the smell was really just kind of unbearable. And this smells like oranges. It's got orange oil in it. Just all over a much better product. So thank you, Andy, for what you do. I'm loving this. Awesome. We're gonna let that sit a few more minutes, brush it off, and then see what else we need to do to get these ready to wear again. Right. So these have sat for a few minutes here. Brush them off. Looks pretty good. Again, feeling like it's just not a smooth blend here, not as smooth as I would like it to be. So I'm going to use a little bit of wax to try to, well, melt the previous wax and try to blend that area a little bit better. So we'll come right back at it. And I didn't see this. Alright, so we're back. Got some Saphir Pat Deluxe in dark brown. And just going to get a little dab of wax here. And I just want to kind of blend this transition area. So got a mirror shine on the toe tip, but it stops much earlier. Doesn't go back as far. Now really I'll have to wear the boot again and see what happens. If we get a little bit more cracking, no problem. And just repeat this process. But hopefully we have solved our problem. Yeah, that looks better. Definitely smoothed out that kind of transition from the high shine to the regular leather. You're able to appreciate that on the video here. Alright, so perfect. Love these boots from Vahtia. Excited to be able to wear these again without cracking the mirror. So hopefully that video was helpful for you. Just kind of shows you a couple different products and a couple ways to address a cracked mirror shine. I will do another video showing more of that and a few different ways using heat and alcohol as well. So we'll try out all these different methods and see what really works the best. But anyway, hopefully that was helpful for you.